You're probably wondering, how did he end up in this situation? Well, it's gonna be a little explaining. Let me take you back a few minutes in the past. So basically, today I got the idea of let's do a Star-Lord video. Yay! Because everybody loves Star-Lord. Nobody loves Star-Lord, but everybody loves Star-Lord. Yeah! Let's party like it's 2017. Yeah! Basically, Star-Lord is what you would call a knockoff Aegon or a um one trick pony guillotine 2099, or let's say a watered down Gomorrah. Who else? A non cosmic skill Corvus. What's another one? What's a good one? What's a good one? Mantis. What's another one? Gladiator. Who else? What's a CGR? Like Star Lord is nowhere near as good as he used to be. But at the same time, if you don't have these characters, no, or fucking Doctor Doom. Actually, nobody can replace Doctor Doom. I'm gonna be honest with you. Doctor Doom is the hardest champion to replace in this entire game. Like he might not be where he used to be on the the tier list. His throne may have been crumbled, it may have rusted, but you cannot replace Doctor Doom. There's no champ that will ever be created for this game that will replace Doctor Doom. But that's not who we're talking about. We're talking about Star Lord. We're talking about Star Lord here. Guardians of the Galaxy, the Protector, Ego's child. Um, that's all I know about him. And guess what? I only knew that from the movies. Crazy. Um, Basically the whole point of this video is to show that Star Lord isn't useless. I mean, he does have his uses, but he is pretty looked over. Like Groot. Nobody like Groot no more. I mean, nobody like Groot, anyways. But that's beside the point. Basically, this video is just to tell you to be appreciative of Star Lord. Like, watch this. I'm fighting Falcon, the most basic character in the entire game. Unless he has unblockable SB1, he's pretty negligible. And you really don't think about him until you get hit by his SB1 or SB2, or you're actually playing with him as a champion. Other than that, Falcon is fucking basic. He's almost as basic as Star-Lord here. The only thing that's different about him is he had a buff. Star-Lord doesn't need a buff. He just needs new synergies. Like, seriously, look at that. 72,000! Yeah, that's beside the point. That's all I want to show for that. His SB1, I don't even think I had any buffs. I really don't know if I did. I probably did. But like he's the most underrated long fight champ. Literally, he's meant for long fights. Or at the very least he what the fuck is that word? He fares well. Farewell to he fares well, I think that's the word. I don't know. I'm just me. Yes, he fares very well when buffs are involved. Like, let's say you want to know where, like, the last note that that's in the event quest for, I think chapter 2, chapter 2, quest 1 with the, what's her name? Purgatory boss. Basically, that quest is really good for Star Lord. Basically, any quest will where you armor break or heal block and you get fury passives, or any quest that gives buffs to like tech champs, or gives buffs to champs who can heal block or apply a damage over time thing, it fares kind of well with him. Maybe not the DLT because he only has shock, and that shock is pretty fast. It's not like a lengthy 20-second or 30-second shock. It's not a passive shock after it disappears. It's nothing like that. But at the same time, if you able to get extra damage on him, like let's say instead of you getting one fear, you can get two or maybe three, his damage ramps up pretty well. His signature ability, which is Tactician, I believe that's the name of it. After every combo hit up to a max of 400, you get increased attack. Basically, at 100 hits, you basically have about like maybe like 500% more attack. Maybe not even that. I'll have to double check, but I do know that once you hit 400, you've doubled or maybe possibly quadrupled your own attack. Plus the Fury. Not to mention, he has a pretty high crit rate. If you ever get lucky, his crit rate is pretty decent. And his basic combos are pretty lit too. Not to mention, you get increased damage on your SP1. But the only problem with his SP1 is I believe you have to end it with a combo. That's the most success I've had with the highest damage from his SP1. It's not intercepting with it, but in a sense, finishing a combo. I would say finish a 5-hit combo if you can, and end it off with SP1 if you're trying to push them above a bar or push them to that necessary bar that you need. Like maybe you're fighting what's the name, Guillotine 2099. Instead of pushing it to an SP1, which power drains you, push it to an SP2 with the SP1. So that way you can get the rotation going. At the very least, you got some decent damage in. Whereas if she throws her SP2, which puts a Spectre buff on you, you're not really losing any power, if you know what I mean. Because her SP1 can be pretty annoying. But for other champs, he's so good. I wouldn't say he's a good fit for Wiccan, but at the same time, his ability to not gain buffs as quickly or as efficiently will also be a nice, but not a sought after counter, because even if you get a buff, Wiccan is still going to nullify and then he's going to incinerate you. But yeah, this video was mainly to express my hatred for not having a 6-star Aegon. And as you've noticed, I haven't 100%ed the Labyrinth yet, which I'm going to. But as you can see, I have so much content ahead of me. Hopefully, I get Aegon. Even if I don't, can we get more levels, please? Like, level 60, level 65, maybe level 69 to level 70. Really, I just want a higher level cap. Thank you, and I will complete more content. And maybe live stream. I don't know.